Morning, go getters. It's your boy, Mr. Motivation, here to give you 5 tips on how to start building your credit. Last year, I went on my credit journey. What happened was I went to go apply for a car loan. Now, at this time, I had no idea what was on my credit report. I had no idea. It just said, good credit, bad credit, come on down. We can get you approved for a car. So I goes down with my bad credit and says, I want this new car. Denied. What happened to the denied? So I went home, did my little research, and decided that I'm going to dig into my credit and see where my credit at. So what I did was I went to, I believe, Credit Karma. Now, Credit Karma is not an actual credit reporting agency, or your Credit Karma score is what's called a Vantage score. More on that a little later, but it's not your actual FICO score. So when I got my Credit Karma score, I was like, let me go on and get my actual FICO. So from there, I went to, I believe, my annual free credit.com. And what I'll do is I'll drop a link down below. So from there, I actually got my FICO score. It was about a 491. I was ashamed. A 491. So got over the shame, started saying, you know what, I'm going to improve my credit, because only I can improve my credit. So what I did was, at that point, I had no credit cards. I had no car loans. I mean, I wasn't credit worthy. So first thing I did was I went to my bank. Went to my bank and got a secured credit card for $300. The bank that I went to is the bank that I actually bank at, but I mean, there's a ton of banks that offer secured credit cards. There are even some online banks that offer secured credit cards. So what I did was I went and got a secured credit card, $300. And hey, I had a credit card. So I was like, you know what? I'm in a credit game. From then, my credit card came. Now I'm like, okay, how do I use a credit card? I mean, I know I go swipe, but how is this a tool for me to get my credit score up? So did a little education, Mr. Google, figured out the difference between the importance of your statement date and your actually payment due date. So educated myself on that, which I have a video about your closing date and your statement date and how to stay on track and how to build your credit up. But so from there, I used my card, gas, coffee, little odds and ends. Make sure I had a low balance, maybe 30% or whatever they recommend on my actually statement closing date. So from there, my credit was inching up. Went up to maybe a 512. So from there, after I had a 512, I'm feeling a little confident. So what I did next was went to a site called Self-Lender. Now, what Self-Lender is a site where you actually pay yourself. It's a credit building tool. You actually set a monthly amount, pay yourself. It actually goes into a CD, which unlocks in a year or 2 years, depending on what option you choose. I did I believe the 1 year for $28 a month. The good news with that is that it reports to the 3 credit reporting agencies: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. So from there, I'm paying my $28 a month. My credit was inching up month by month. I think I got up to like a 533 or a 540. So my 540, again, I'm feeling good, confident. So from there, I went to my third credit building tip. So from there, I went to Fingerhut. Now, what Fingerhut does is they offer you a fresh start program. Now, in the fresh start program, I believe you get a credit limit of, I believe, like $230, which out that you just pay a $30 deposit on your first purchase, and they finance the rest. Now, what that is, same thing. They report to the 3 credit reporting agencies. So from there, I ordered I think I ordered a pair of sneakers, something cheap, because like I said, it's not about how much. It's about you paying your monthly payment to get your credit up. So I got like a pair of sneakers, maybe 60, 70 bucks. I was paying the monthly payment every single month. After 3 months of making, or 6 payments on time, 3 or 6 on time, I was actually approved for a line of credit through Fingerhut, which was $500. Now, that was the start of my very first credit. Like right now, like I've never had credit extended to me until this point where I got Fingerhut to give me $400. So from there, I felt a little more confident. So I applied for Capital One. Now with Capital One, they say that they're easy to get approved for low credit or low credit scores. They turned me down. So no credit, no Capital One. So, but what I did was I got a bank called Premier Bank. Premier Bank sent me out a card. I believe it was $500, and I put a deposit. I believe $200 deposit. I mean, it was better than not having a credit card. So, and it had an annual fee. But I knew that I'm gonna get the sucky cards until I get my credit up, and then I start getting the good cards. So, fast forward 6, 7 months down the line, I get the card from Capital One out the blue. They just said, your card is being shipped. I'm like, wow, okay. So, I went online, tried to figure out what card they're talking about, what card it was. It was the Capital One Platinum, $500 credit limit. I'm ecstatic. So from there, my credit, I was paying on time. I paid, I believe, 6, maybe 8 on time payments, and my credit limit increased to $750, which is where I'm at now, and my credit jumped up to maybe about a $620. So what I gave you was my 4 or 5 tips that I use personally to help raise my credit, and I'm actually still in the credit building stage. So as I learn information, I will be passing it along. Until then, stay motivated and go get it.